Prague, May 27th, 1942. You are Reinhard Heydrich, Reich protector of Bohemia and Moravia, and you are running late. Your open-top Mercedes moves through the morning streets of the Prague suburb of Holešovice. One driver, one bodyguard, no escort, no armored car. People have suggested you vary your route. Travel with more protection. You've dismissed it every time. You are the most feared man in occupied Europe. Nobody would dare. The car reaches a hairpin bend where the road curves sharply downhill. The driver slows. He has to. You don't notice the two men stepping away from the tram stop until one of them raises a Sten gun and points it directly at you. It jams. For one suspended second, nothing happens. Then the second man throws something at the car, a modified anti-tank grenade. It lands under the rear wheel and detonates. The blast tears through the car. You're thrown forward. When the smoke clears, you're standing up in the wreckage, pistol drawn, chasing one of the attackers on foot through the street before your legs slow and then stop. You sit down on the curb, look down at your left side. There's blood, some shrapnel wounds, a pain in your ribs when you breathe, but you're conscious, you're standing. You chase the men who just tried to kill you. You'll be fine. Probably. Hey guys, today we talk about what's happening inside that wound. See, the grenade didn't kill Reinhard Heydrich. His wounds were serious but survivable. The surgery went well. His doctors were cautiously optimistic. For a few days, it genuinely looked like he was going to make it. And then his own body started killing him. Slowly, systematically, and for reasons that took doctors decades to fully understand. Let's find out how the most feared man in Nazi Germany spent his last 8 days. To understand how you almost didn't die, you first need to understand how they tried to kill you. Operation Anthropoid was the only successful assassination of a senior Nazi official during the entire war. It was planned and executed by two men, Josef Gabčík, a Slovak soldier, and Jan Kubiš, a Czech soldier, both trained by the British Special Operations Executive in the Scottish Highlands. They were parachuted into occupied Czechoslovakia in December 1941 and spent the next 5 months living in safe houses, moving carefully through a city where informants were everywhere, and the penalty for resistance was death. They watched your routine for weeks. You were predictable in the way that only truly arrogant men are. Same route every morning, same open-top Mercedes, same hairpin bend at Holešovice where the car had to slow to almost walking pace. No variation, no escort, no armor. The plan was straightforward. Gabčík would step into the road and open fire with a modified Sten gun as the car slowed. Kubiš would be backup. On the morning of May 27th, everything went almost exactly wrong. The Sten jammed. You stood up in the car, reaching for your own weapon instead of ordering your driver to accelerate, which is what a man interested in surviving would have done. Kubiš threw his grenade. It detonated under the rear wheel rather than inside the car. But here is where the specific horror of the story begins. Because the explosion had done something the surgeons couldn't fully see. Fragments of the car's upholstery, steel, and horsehair stuffing used in the seat padding had been driven deep into your left side. Your spleen was damaged, one rib was fractured, your diaphragm was torn. The surgeons at Bohemia Hospital operated for hours and removed what they could find. What they couldn't find would kill you. Let's look at what happened to you day by day. Day 1, May 27th. You're out of surgery and conscious by the afternoon. The operation went as well as could be expected. Your surgeons are cautious, but not alarmed. You're in pain. Your left side feels like it's been caved in, but you're talking, you're giving orders, you're asking for reports. Himmler calls. You tell him you're fine. What nobody can see yet is what's happening at a microscopic level inside your wound cavity. The fragments the surgeons couldn't reach are not sterile. The horsehair stuffing from your car seat, a material that in 1942 was commonly treated with animal byproducts, is carrying bacteria deep into your body. Your immune system is responding, mobilizing, beginning a fight it doesn't yet know it's losing. Day 2 and 3. You're stable, recovering even. Hitler sends his personal physician, Dr. Karl Brandt from Berlin. Brandt examines you and agrees with the local surgeons. The wounds are serious, but manageable. You're irritable, impatient, already talking about when you'll be back at your desk. The fever that develops on day 3 is noted, but not considered alarming. Fevers after surgery are common. Your body is healing. Except it isn't. The bacteria from the wound fragments have found purchase in the warm, dark interior of your body. They're multiplying. Your immune system is fighting back, but it's fighting something it can't locate, can't isolate, can't remove. The infection is spreading along tissue planes, deeper and wider with every hour, and the surgeons have no way of seeing it. Day 4 and 5. The fever is worse. Something is wrong, and now everyone knows it, but nobody can identify what. Your white blood cell count is rising sharply, your body throwing everything it has at an enemy it can't find. You're less coherent than you were. The pain is different now, deeper, less like a wound and more like something systemic. Something that doesn't have a location because it's everywhere. Your doctors consult. They consider reopening the wound. They decide against it. You're too unstable for another surgery. Inside your body, the infection has become sepsis. Your immune system, unable to defeat the bacteria locally, has gone into a kind of catastrophic overdrive, flooding your entire bloodstream with inflammatory signals meant to fight infection, but now attacking your own tissue indiscriminately. Your blood pressure is dropping. Your organs are beginning to struggle. Day 6. You are delirious. The man who ran the Reich security main office, who organized the logistics of genocide, who made senior SS officers nervous when he walked into a room, is now barely conscious in a hospital bed in Prague, running a fever of over 41 degrees. Your kidneys are struggling. Your liver is struggling. The sepsis is winning, and there is nothing your doctors can do because the one thing that could stop it, penicillin, was discovered in 1928 but is not yet in widespread medical use. It won't be until 1943. You are dying 1 year too early for the drug that would have saved you. Day 7. You are unconscious. Your body is shutting down organ by organ in the systematic, indifferent way that septic shock works. Your heart is straining to maintain blood pressure as your vascular system dilates uncontrollably. Your kidneys have stopped filtering. Your liver is failing. The bacteria have won, not by being particularly dangerous, but simply by being somewhere your doctors couldn't reach and your body couldn't clear. Day 8. June 4th, 1942. You die at 4:30 in the morning. The official cause of death is wound infection and organ failure. You are 38 years old. Let's put this in context. Operation Anthropoid was the only successful targeted assassination of a senior Nazi official during the entire Second World War. 2 men with a jammed gun and a grenade that missed managed what the entire Allied intelligence apparatus couldn't do anywhere else in occupied Europe. Gabčík and Kubiš didn't survive to see the result of their work. They were betrayed by a fellow parachutist 3 weeks after the attack and cornered in the crypt of the Cathedral of St. Cyril and Methodius in Prague. Several hundred SS troops surrounded the building. After a gunfight that lasted hours, with the crypt flooding from fire hoses the SS pushed through the windows, both men died rather than surrender. They were 28 and 29 years old. Hitler's reprisals were immediate and catastrophic. The village of Lidice, suspected of harboring the assassins, was surrounded on the night of June 9th. Every male inhabitant over the age of 15, 173 men and boys, was shot. The women were sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp. The children were examined for racial suitability. Those who didn't pass were gassed. The village was burned to the ground and bulldozed until nothing remained. A similar fate befell the village of Ležáky. In total, over 1,300 Czechs were killed in direct reprisals for Heydrich's death.